So I'm in one of the coolest places here at McMurdo Station right now. This is the vinyl room, the record room. It's one of the coolest things we have here because it is potentially the largest military vinyl set in the world. Something that you would not expect when you're coming to Antarctica. You would never think it probably wouldn't even have a thought in your head of that being there, because why would you even think of that? But it's a really cool thing. We have a radio station here that we can play all these records on the air for anyone in McMurdo Station and Scott Base, which is kind of hilarious. The population size generally is 1,000 or less, so it's only a small amount of people seeing you. But when I'm driving shuttles, I can hear the radio, and I always can listen to the different DJs and their shows that they're putting on. So just a little info about this place. It's the largest record, one of the largest record collection of media outlet overseen by the Defense Media Activity, so the DMA. Collection ranges from 12,000 to 20,000 records. Yeah, very large range right there. Don't know why, but 12,000 to 20,000, it's a decent amount. This room is pretty packed full of these records. Maybe they had some lazy counters. I have no idea. DMA is in charge of all communications and media under the Department of Defense. The U.S. military, as part of Operation Deep Freeze, supports the National Science Foundation and the research mission in Antarctica. Obviously, this is primarily for logistics and transportation, but I guess they also are in charge of the radio station and the record room here. So it supports the TV and radio station operations, and that dates back to the 1950s. And that was when the U.S. Navy was assigned to run all day-to-day operations of research in Antarctica. It's a job done by mostly civilian contractors nowadays. That's why we get to do it. That's why all of us who work here can just take a training, and then we can actually just sign up for a slot time to do a radio show. Funny thing about it is this record collection is said to have come from Vietnam. So after the Vietnam War, all these records were shipped down here. So any of the popular music at that time, we should have it here. And it's just kind of crazy that they sent it here instead of sending it back to the United States. But yeah, that's why we have it here, is because it was sent here after the Vietnam War. The original radio station was on air as early as 1963, call sign KMSA. Both the record room and radio station are here in 155. This is like the heart of McMurdo. This is where there's the most amount of people living with dorms. You also have the galley. You have all the different offices in this building. So any events or anything happening is scheduled out of here, and this is where most people live. There's people who literally live in the galley who actually just don't leave the building unless they're going outside to do something recreationally. That original radio station now is called 104.5 FM, so that's what we're listening to. It has enough signal to be sent 10 miles onto the ice shelf. So for anyone who's driving out there within 10 miles, you can still listen to this radio station. It has 30,000 tracks of digital songs now, along with all of the records and the CDs that they have in the radio room. So there's a pretty large library to choose from when you are DJing this radio station. And it is diverse. Yes, I said earlier that there is a large cache of Vietnam records here. So that's from that time and that era. But we have everything from rock to rap to country, all sorts of things. The rumor has it was that many of these records were played by Aidan Cronard. I don't know how to say his name, but his radio show in Saigon in the 1960s is where we think these were played beforehand in Vietnam. Aidan was the music DJ who played military brass, a 1987 comedy, Good Morning Vietnam. The part that makes this place so unique is that we have such a large vinyl collection that is still used on air in radio. Pretty much in the late 1990s, everything switched to CDs or digital automation. So that's why it is crazy that we have these records that we can play on air. A lot of the vinyl libraries were actually destroyed because of all the new ways to play music. So because of that specifically, there may not be a vinyl radio station like this anymore in the world. So that is why this place is truly unique, and I'm in here all the time. Check out more videos on the way. There's a lot of different Antarctica videos of me living here in Antarctica coming out soon. So check them out. Thanks. We'll see ya.